Hello everyone, welcome to a world where numbers come alive and problem solving becomes fun. So get ready to sharpen your skills, think creatively, and most importantly, enjoy the journey of learning decimals. Today we are going to see an interesting topic which is called as multiplication of decimals. How to multiply the decimal or the two decimal numbers. Let's see one example. The question says multiply 2.56 into 0.2. Okay, now first learn the steps properly. No need to write the steps in the exam. The steps are just for understanding. Fine. Step 1. Whenever you get such decimal numbers to multiply, first and foremost, multiply without decimal points. It means what? Forget about the decimal points and only multiply. It means you have to multiply like whole numbers. 256 into 2. 5. So 512. Now when you see this question, 2.56 into 0.2. Now understand this step, that is step 2 properly. Now as we have seen in step 1, what have we seen? You have to multiply the decimal numbers just like multiplying whole numbers, ignoring the decimal points, Now after that, in step 2, what we have to do? You have to count the number of digits after decimal in first number. Similarly, count the number of digits after decimal. After decimal means after decimal point in second number. It means after decimal. I am not talking about before. After decimal. So just count how many decimal places you have. 2 decimal places. So 2.56 into 0.2. So 2 decimal places, and over here 1 decimal place. Now what is the final answer you got? 512. So you have to what? After adding the decimal point, first add. So when you add, what you are getting? 3 decimal places. Understand this concept very clearly. After adding the decimal point, you have to place 3 decimal places. It means from where? From ones place. Ones, tens, hundreds. So point. So your final answer is what? Into 0.2, that is 0.512. So what is the final step we have to learn here, or we have to understand? After adding the decimal point, the answer means the solution will have the same number of decimal places as the sum of the first two numbers. So in this way, we have learned how to multiply two decimal numbers. Now understand the concept. Step 1. In step 1, what they said, first and foremost, see the decimal numbers, forget about the decimal points and consider it as a whole numbers and multiply. Now what I did, I discarded this decimal point. So 2.56, I wrote it as a whole number, 256 into 2. So the answer what I got, 6 2s are 12, 5 2s are 10, 11, 2 2s are 4, 5. So I got 512. Now in step 2, what we have to do, this is your first part and second part when you multiply. Now in this you have to count the number of digits, after the decimal, digits after the decimal. Similarly, in the first number. Now, similarly, count the number of digits after the decimal in the second number. So, when you see the question again, in the first number, what you have, two decimal places, whereas in the second number, you have one decimal place. Fine. Now, total how many decimal places? Three decimal places. And the final step, which is very important, after adding, so here what I did, after adding the decimal points, the answer will have the same number of decimal places. Where is the answer? How many decimal places you have? 1 2 3 decimal places as the sum of the first two numbers. Now when you look at the question, in the first number you have two decimal places, whereas in the second number you have one decimal place. It means total it has three decimal places, and even in the answer you have three decimal places. So this is the correct way of solving multiplication of decimals. Now let's switch to the next page. The question says multiply 0.03 by 1.1. So everyone knows step 1. What is step 1? Tell me. Write down the question with multiplication sign. Now multiply decimal numbers just like multiplying whole numbers. So 3 11s are, what is that? 33. I multiplied without decimal points. Now when you see 0.03, it has two decimal places, correct? Two decimal places, whereas in 1.1 it has one decimal place. It has one decimal place. It means what? Number of digits after decimal points in the first number, number of digit after decimal point in the second number. Okay, so total how many places? Three decimal places. No need to write in the solution. This part is just for explanation. So your final answer is what? 0.03 into 1.1, which is 33.1.03. So total 3 decimal places. You have to start from ones place. Ones, tens, only 2 decimal places. So write down 0. So your final answer is what? 0.033. You can check this answer. Let's see how to check. Okay. No need to solve. This is just for understanding. 0.03 into 1.1. Can this be written as 3 by 100? This can be written as 11 by 10. Product of numerators divided by product of denominators. 33 by 1000. And when you want to place the decimal, what will be the final answer? 0.033. 0.033. No need to check. This is just for your explanation, like how you got the correct answer. Okay, so anyhow this we are going to learn in the next class, how to divide, that is dividing or division of decimals. Now let's switch to the next question. Multiply 0.25 by 0.2. Solution. Now we can solve the sum directly. Just remember all the steps which we have learned so that your answer will never go Incorrect. Fine. 0.25 into 0.2. Forget about the decimal points and first multiply, or ignore the decimal points and multiply. So 25 into 2, vertical method. You can do it horizontal method also. 5 2s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 5. So what you got? 50. Wait. Now what I said, check the first number as well as the second number. In the first number, the number of digits after decimal, how many places you have? 2 decimal places, whereas in the second number you have 1 decimal place. So total 3 decimal places. How will you place the point? Start from ones place. Ones, tens. You don't have any digit in hundreds place. So just write down 0. So your final answer is what? 0.25 into 0.2, that is 0.05 is your final answer. Let's switch to the next question. Turn the page. Question says multiply 102 by 0.22. When you look at the question, the first number itself is a whole number, whereas the number by which you have to multiply is a decimal number. Solution, what should be written? 102 into 0.22. First step, step 1, what I said, ignore the decimal points and multiply. It means forget about the decimal points and just multiply. Fine, you have to ignore the decimal points. So 102 into 22, vertical method. 0 2 cross, 2 2s are 4, 0 2 1s are 2. So your final answer, always add from ones place. 4 4 2 2. So this is your half answer. Your actual answer is what? Therefore 102 into 0.22. How to place the decimal points? Total decimal places you have 2. So start from ones place. Ones, tens. Your final answer is what? 22.44. Now let's see the next sum. Multiply 4.1 by 2.3. Very important. Now, step 1, I hope everyone understood. Forget about decimal points and just multiply it as a whole number. It means multiply the decimal numbers just like multiplying whole numbers, ignoring the decimal points. Fine. So I'll just write down 4.1 into 2.3. So 41, vertical method. 23, 3 ones are 3, 4 threes are 12, 1 twos are 2, 4 twos are 8, 3 4 9. 3 4 9. Now therefore 4.1 into 2.3 is equal to 943. Wait, now after this what did I say? Number of digits after decimal in first number. So you have one decimal place. Number of digits after decimal in second number. You have one decimal place. So one decimal place, 1 plus one decimal place. It means two decimal places. You have to place the decimal point after two decimal places, but start from ones place. Ones, tens. So your final answer is what? 9.43. Now let's switch to the next page. Multiplying a decimal by 10, 100 and 1000. No need to solve. You can do it by mental math. So let's see the tricks and tips, and also we will learn the steps. Fine. Now multiplying a decimal by multiples of 10 requires the shifting of decimals. First one, if a decimal number is multiplied by 10, then the decimal point shifts one place to the right. Very, very important. Only one place. Huh? Why? You are multiplying it by 10. Now let's see one example. 47.893 into 10. How you can do it? Understand this. Solution. Just note down the question. 47.893 into 10. So your answer is what? How we can do? Understand this, okay? How will you write M? Multiply starts from which letter? M. So usually M is written towards right. Can you see? 1, 2. So this is your alphabet M. Similarly, you have to shift the decimal point. Understand? If a decimal number is multiplied by 10, the decimal point, where is the decimal point over here? Point into 10. Where is the decimal point over here? And how many places you have to shift? Only one place, because the decimal number is multiplied with 10. So always move towards right and put one arrow over here. So your final answer is what? This decimal point is shifted after 8. After 8. So your final answer is 47. That is 478.93. 478.93. Let's see the second condition. If a decimal number is multiplied by 100, multiplied by 100, then the decimal point shifts two places. How many places? Two places to the right, not to the left, to the right. If it is multiplied by 100, you have to shift how many places? Two places. Let's see one example. The question says 47.893 into 100. Now how to solve? Let's see. Just note down the question. 47.893 into 100, correct? How do we write alphabet M? Letter M? M. In this way, we move towards right. Are you getting? Similarly, we have to move towards right. You have to shift the decimal place towards right side. Okay. So here, how many zeros you have? Two zeros. It means if a decimal number is multiplied by 100, the decimal point, this is the decimal point, shifts two places. 1, 2, put arrow over here. It means this decimal is jumped after the digit 9. So your final answer is what? 4789.3. 4789.3. So this is your final answer. In this way, you whenever you get any decimal numbers multiplied either with 10, 100 or 1000, you can do it mentally. You can solve the sum mentally. Now let's switch to the next page. Now third condition, if a decimal number is multiplied by 1000, then the decimal point shifts 3 places to the right. Very important condition. Whenever a decimal number is multiplied now by what? In the previous pages what we have seen, it was multiplied with 10, then 100, and now the decimal number is multiplied by 1000. Then the decimal point shifts 3 places to the right, not to the left, to the right. As I said, how do we write the letter M? We write M. It is moving towards right. The letter M, when we write, it moves towards right. Similarly, the decimal point should also move towards right. Okay. Now let's see one question. The question says, find the find the product. And what is the question? 47.893 into 1000. So this is one pattern. Okay, whatever we have learned, these are called as what? Patterns. Now after this solution, just note down the question. 47.893. Understand the question. Now 47.893 into 1000. You have to move the decimal point. It means it has to be shifted 3 places to the right, because how many zeros you have? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Put arrow over here. It means your decimal point will come here. So your final answer is what? That is 47893.0. Therefore answer is 47.893 into 1000. 47,893.0. So in this way we have learned the patterns. 3 patterns to multiply a decimal by multiples of 10. That is, in first pattern multiplied by 10. Second pattern, decimal number is multiplied by 100, and in the third pattern decimal number is multiplied by 1000. Now let's see few questions. Find the product. 23.5 into 100. So how will you do? 23.5. 2 zeros. 1, 2. So your answer is what? 2350.0. If you want, you can recheck by 10 into 100. So your answer is 2350. This is checking part. But no need to check. You can check in this way whether your answer is correct or incorrect. So let's see the second one. 1.15 into 100. So how will I do? Explain. 1.15, 2 zeros. So shift towards right 2 places. So your answer is 111. 115. It is read as 115. 115.0 is read as 115. Third question, 4.97 into 10. So 497. So how will I get the answer? What you have to do? If a decimal number is multiplied by 10, the decimal point shifts 1 place to the right, shifts 1 place. So your answer is 49.7. Let's switch to the next page. Next question. 69.8 into 1000. Now again, what does the question say? If a decimal number is multiplied by 1000, then the decimal point shifts 3 places into 1000. 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So your point will come here, and here no digits are there. It means 0. 698.0. In this way you can check the answer also. Let's see how to check. 69.8 into 1000. Remove the decimal point. So you'll get 698 by 10 into 1000. So your final answer is 69800. So see, you got the same answer. No need to check. This is just for your explanation part. Let's see question 5th. 0.12 into 10. 0.12 into 10. Now, how to do? If a decimal number is multiplied by 10, the decimal point shifts 1 place to the right. The decimal point shifts one place. So your answer is what? 1.2. Your answer is 1.2. If you want, you can check also. No need to check. This is just for your explanation part. So 12 by 100 into 10. So your final answer is what? 12 by 10, which is 1.2. Last question. 5.08 into 100. So what will I do? 1, 2. Your final answer is what? 508.0. It means if a decimal number is multiplied by 100, the decimal point shifts two places, two places to the right. I hope you understood the concept of multiplication of decimals and multiplying a decimal by 10, 100 and 1000. That's it for today's lesson. Keep practicing, stay curious, and don't be afraid to make mistakes as they are a part of learning. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to share what you learned with friends. I'll see you in next class. Bye bye.